You say you drive your car, but do you really? How many of us actually let the car do what it was built for?
I'm not talking about weekend cruises through the city or pulling up to Cars and Coffee with a fresh wax job. I mean really driving it, feeling the engine scream to Redline, braking late, turning hard, pushing it, trusting it, letting it breathe. You bought a street-legal race car and you're scared to take it past 4,000 RPM? You might say you're saving it, but for what? For who? It's not a savings account. It's a damn car, and it's begging to be pushed. Chapter 1. The illusion of driving. Driving. We're told to drive our cars, use them, enjoy them, and that's great, really. But what most people call driving is just movement. Point A to B. Engine on, hands at 10 and 2, maybe a downshift if you're feeling frisky. But you know that tachometer, the one with the red part at the end? It's not decorative. Your car's basically whispering to every time you upshift early. Come on, let me show you what I can really do. But you won't let it because you're worried about wear or mileage or what the lady in the other lane might think. So the car stays quiet, the tires stay fresh, and you keep convincing yourself you're driving it. But you're not. You're babysitting it. You didn't buy a performance car to impress pedestrians in traffic. You bought it to feel something. So why are you holding back? You think you're being kind to the car, but kindness isn't neglect. It's giving it a chance to scream, to struggle for grip, and feel the heat of the moment. It's like owning a guitar and never strumming the strings, or eating a 5-star meal and only tasting the sauce on the side. Chapter 2. Let it scream. Scream. Have you ever held a gear all the way to Redline, felt the way the engine pulls harder, gets angrier, louder, more alive? That's not stress. That's excitement. That's what it was built.
The engineers didn't spend years tuning that engine so you could shift at 3,000 RPM and pat yourself on the back, rev it, feel it, wake it up, because every time you short shift a performance engine, a part of its soul just sighs. It's not just about speed, it's about connection, feedback, that brief moment when the mechanical and the emotional overlap and everything else goes quiet. That's driving. And when you hit that perfect shift right at the top of the power band, there's this moment, it almost feels like the car smiles back. No words, no discussion, just understanding. It's music. And you're finally letting the song play all the way through. You don't need a track to feel it, just a quiet road, an open stretch, and a little less hesitation. You might surprise yourself. The first time you really go for it, the car doesn't fall apart, it comes alive, and you do too. You realize that so many of the rules you've been following, shift early, stay quiet, keep it safe, weren't rules, they were habits, fear dressed up as logic. You start listening more closely, feeling when the revs rise just right, sensing the edge, not to cross it, but to dance on it. Even if this is your first time watching one of my videos, you've probably figured it out. I like going deep. I like getting emotional about cars. So when the automotive artist Guidardo reached out to support this video, I didn't hesitate. Guidardo, also known as Odin Larson, paints cars in a way that feels personal. His work captures the mood of a drive, the quiet of a moment, and the emotion behind the cars we all love, like Driver versus Collector, which is about how all driver-focused cars seem to end up in the hands of the wrong people, or Path Over Pace, which is a take on the old cliche, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And then my favorite, Seeing Red, which speaks for itself and is very on brand with this video. His links are in the description. Thanks for the support.
The Myth of Preservation, Chapter 3. The myth of preservation, we've somehow convinced ourselves that letting a car sit untouched is a sign of respect, that the less you use it, the more you're preserving it. But a car isn't a sculpture. It's not meant to sit quietly in a room waiting for admiration. Letting it sit still for months at a time isn't care, it's slow decay. The seals dry, the tires deform, the battery gives up. It's like a human body. Imagine sitting perfectly still for 6 months, then one day you try to sprint, everything hurts. Your knees feel brittle, your lungs can't keep up. You remember what your body used to be capable of, but it's not there anymore. Cars are the same. They need movement, circulation, stress. It's not abuse, it's maintenance through motion. A car that's been redlined once a week is in much better shape than the one that hasn't hit it ever. You didn't buy that M car or that old Ferrari just to watch the value tick up on a spreadsheet. You bought it because of how it made you feel. If you really care about the car, drive it like it deserves. Let it tell its story in rock chips and brake dust, not just spec sheets and appraisals. And if you're lucky, the car will wear your story proudly, not in perfection, but in proof. Chapter 4. You call that a drive-reserve? You leave the garage, put it in sport mode, cruise around the city, take a few photos, post them, go home. You never even let the engine warm up properly. You never gave it a chance to wake up. You never saw a second gear above 4K. And that's fine, sometimes. But if that's all you ever do, you're missing the best part. The part where the tires dig in, where the rear end moves just enough to let you know it's alive, where the engine sings past 6,000 RPM and you start laughing, alone like a maniac.
That's the car talking back. That's what it's for. Because there's a difference between having a car and having stories. Nobody remembers the safe, quiet loop around downtown. They remember the early morning mountain runs, the track days, and at times when you floor it through a tunnel late at night. You post a picture at the same gas station, park at the same overlook, drive in a way that looks good but feels empty, and you call it driving. But deep down, you know the car is not impressed. It wants more. So do you. Your best moments won't happen between red lights. They'll happen between distractions in the places where nobody's watching. So stop driving for the gram. Start driving for you. Chapter: Noise becomes music. Noise becomes music. Driving isn't just about movement, it's about immersion. It's the feeling of the tires connecting with the road, the way your hands sync with the wheel, and the way everything outside fades into a quiet blur. But maybe above all, it's about sound. Not just volume, not the drama, the real sound. The way an engine rises through the revs, layer by layer, starting raw and frantic, but slowly becoming something else. Somewhere past 5,000 RPM, it transforms what felt aggressive, starts to feel smooth. What was chaotic becomes purposeful. What was noise becomes music. You feel it, not just in your ears, but in your chest. It vibrates through the seat, through the wheel, through you, and somehow it calms you. It's violent and peaceful at the same time. It's like the engine is rejecting everything unnecessary, and in that moment, so are you. You realize it's not about power, it's about harmony. That moment when everything, engine, road, your breath locks into rhythm. The revs aren't just rising, they move with your emotions. That sound becomes your focus, it becomes your rhythm. It reminds you you're alive. You don't need to be reckless, you just need to stop being scared. Scared of depreciation, of wear, of judgment, of breaking something that fear is costing you the experience. Because one day that car will be gone, or you will, and what will you have? Some photos, a clean Carfax, or memories of a corner you nailed, a tunnel you filled with sound, a moment where it was just you, the car, and nothing else. So drive it. Drive it like you mean it, like it deserves. Drive it like it's alive, because it is, and so are you. So stop waiting for perfect weather or perfect tires or the right group of friends. Just go alone if you have to, because nothing makes you fall in love with a car like driving it like you mean it, because that's what it was built for.